Welcome to Scenario, a section of my channel where I narrate a fictional story fully developed by me. As friends play out different characters, their actions and their decisions affect the grand story for everyone else. This can be compared to many role-playing games, except ours is purely theater of the mind, as some may call it. With no dice, no rules, just pure imagination. Now, let's immerse ourselves into the latest story. A lot more energy there, huh? Now I need my silly voice. I need something real.
Devolution. It is the year 2051, and as the human race corrupts its only planet, global warming becomes a reality, not a prediction. The world as we know it ages closer and closer to its end. The days before Jesus' return are closing in at a rapid pace, and suddenly, God throws a pebble into the lake we call science and sends groundbreaking ripples through our established understanding. The glaciers, as we did predict, melt down completely, and as a result, ocean levels rise rapidly. Over the next few years, flooding wipes out many states, countries, and lands across the world, greatly changing borders and geography. This affected millions who are forced out of their homes and need to move inward to dry lands. But different governments shut off their borders and force people to stay in coastal, flooded out lands. Following, the temperatures actually drop and crazy weather patterns sweep across the world. In another phenomenon, oxygen levels actually increase. This causes overgrowth in plants, insect growth to reach prehistoric proportions. Beasts, mammals, and fish devolve to prehistoric forms. The term devolve was once said to be an impossible scenario, yet rapid DNA changes said otherwise. Our story picks up with our protagonist learning how to survive in a world that's just been flipped on its head. Unpredictable weather, giant insects, and ungoverned battle.
All right. Could you hear that when it said recording in progress?
Yes,
That's cool.
loud and clear.
I can never sneak y'all. Damn.
Nope, never.
All right. So,
All right, go ahead.
rehashing back over your story. So, this world is similar to our world, but it's a little bit in the future. You all are dealing with the fact that as the global warming thing is a reality, as the ice polar caps are melting, water levels are rising drastically, and many places around the world are being completely flooded out. um Cities and borders are completely new and just nothing like they used to be. North America and South America are shaped differently. The outer states got screwed the most because the water level rose to the point of 20 to 30 feet. um so a lot of those houses and stuff, they're flooded, they're underwater. So you're dealing with people drastically, and then as people try to move interstate, they the borders begin to be closed on. Like the interstates begin to close their borders, the governors of those states begin to close their borders, keeping people from being able to move in. You were some of the people amongst that wave of hundreds and thousands of people who got screwed and left within the outer states within those flooded territories. However, you've gathered family and began living at first within tents and then tree shelters, eventually taking a ship that provided a better living situation and transportation within the flooded cities. I have here that you began hunting old cows and chickens to feed his family. My boy, smart.
Already.
This led to him gathering cows and chickens before they all drowned or were eaten by bugs, and going into a business with a local woman. You start your own business um, with old girl, and you've been doing your own things. She provided the place basically out of like shipping containers and old buildings where she breeds the cows and chickens, and you take them and your men cut them up and sell them to the people. So your people are still getting meat, which is good because that's rare. You're the only person in all of Houston, all of Texas, who has plenty of access to meat. You know, there might be a few people here and there, but you got plenty of access to it. Because the flooding didn't happen overnight. Over the next 2 years, it got to a point where places were unlivable. So that still gave y'all plenty of time to gather animals and stuff. Okay, let's see. It says they provided the only meat in the city outside of bugs, because there are people who eat bugs since they're big enough now, and seem to be the only source of nutrition. She raised the cows and chickens, blah blah blah, makeshift farm. Okay. It's created a community of people willing to trade anything for real meat. So you're like at the center of the commerce or the economy when it comes to the state of Texas. As people basically trade you anything, and you can raise the prices or say what you want specifically from a group of people. If they don't have actual money, of course, money don't really matter to you all. You all are trading for resources. Whether it's gasoline for speedboats or whether it's water, fresh water, things like that, or cleaning materials. Just stay fresh while you surrounded constantly on the ship. That stuff, yeah, get your mind on that. That stuff will become this daily necessity that feels so scarce. In a world, I have it on this next sentence. In a world where money isn't a factor, weapons and comfort and clean water provided as riches for the man with the meat empire. That's you. You got the meat empire.
Let's go.
What I wanted to go over when we last left off, you had just finished dealing with being offered to further your business within an interstate where there's not that much water. There's still some flooding, but it's not that much, and you'll be able to start your whole business with an actual factory. And they will bring you your cows and stuff like that and your chickens so that you all can breed properly. However, they only wanted you. They didn't want your family. They didn't want no girl. Y'all could stay in business. She could still be your partner, but they only wanted you. So you was taking time to think about it. As a narrator, I felt like I kind of cheapened your connection to your surroundings and your people. So I wanted to relive and take a step back and just kind of replay older things that you would have been through with your people. That way you could fully decide if this is a place that's too stressful, if this is a place you really like because you've grown with them. And then you can decide from there where you want to go, if you want to take the deal with old boy, or if you just want to stay here and continue with your empire while you have full control. So I started back with a flashback of you and your group, you're on a boat and you've just found another boat. And it says, what is it? It says, it was an emergency health boat that was, and it has the logo Designs by Destiny, which you've seen before. What? It has Designs by Destiny. You've known this to be this big hair company, yada, yada. For whatever reason, they're sending out help boats, helping people. Shout out to my baby's business.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah. I like that.
So you see this boat, but it's completely quiet. The lights are flickering, but there's no noise at all coming from there except for this weird buzz. I believe you said y'all approached the boat.
Yeah, I wanted to see what's to it. I wanted to see what's up with it.
You get your boat close by. Y'all lay the planks across. Y'all cross over safely. And you just hear a loud buzzing coming from either, it sounds like at the bottom of the ship or within the doors. And on the deck, there's nobody there. There's a stench, a strong odor. And one of your crewmen is like, man, it smells like nothing but dead bodies here. How do you proceed?
With the whole plank situation, I need to bring some weapons. I'm gonna have at least the handguns. Look at my people handguns.
Mm-hmm. You said like you had everything basically.
Yeah,
I have a list of all your weapons. You got crossbows. I think you got machine guns, snipers. Hold on. Over the last 2 years, you locked and loaded, boy. Let me see. You have a sniper.
I probably just got done watching Rambo.
You have a sniper, a crossbow, an AR-15, several AR-15s, Uzis, AK-12s, hunting rifles, and Desert Eagles. Those are the different things you listed to me. Mm-hmm. You just finished watching Expendables that day.
Bro, I swear I had to. What was going on? But yeah, we're gonna have to bring at least a Desert Eagle and
y'all stay protected. Yeah, Because a lot of that you keep on your boat because you want to make sure no one's going to try and rob you and yours. And bugs, there's bugs. And I don't know if I texted this correctly, but now that we're actually talking, I want to specify again with the bugs. So the bugs aren't like I gave a reference earlier to eight-legged freaks. They're not the size of cars, but they're the size of small cats or rats, which is still pretty big. Because if you have hundreds of ants that are the size of a rat, that's really dangerous. Ants can take down some stuff. Yeah.
Already the size they are now.
The biggest so far is that insects, right? But the biggest so far that insects will get is like the size of a dog. You will spot a beetle the size of a big dog. Or a spider might be close to the size of a car, but that's about the biggest you've seen bugs, but they're still growing is the scary part. But right now, the common insects, rats and bees and ants, bees, and flies around the size of rats, or sometimes the size of a small cat. So you all got your guns. You know this is an emergency ship, so it could be a lot of stuff on this boat to help you and your community. So how do you want? Is the risk too great and you just want to abandon it, or do you want to venture into it and see what you can get?
We're gonna go for it. We got the weapons. Everybody just be ready. That's why I tell my men to be ready, and we gonna search.
Mm-hmm.
So I take that out that little chance.
Okay. As soon as how do you tell your man, because you're the leader here, how do you tell your man how to approach the doors? Because as you all get closer to the doors, the buzzing gets louder and louder.
I would tell him I would want to have two approaching the door. Like let's say two in the front and then two behind them. I'll scratch that. Let me have one in the front, two behind that one, and two behind that one. Because I'm gonna have that one kick down the door. I'm gonna have the one kick down the door. I'm gonna have the two for like if anything goes like too crazy to start shooting. And then the second two for like backup. And then it's me.
Okay. So you all do that. Excuse my baby for a second. She upset because we won't let her go to sleep. Because I want her to take her nap at 4. She's wreaking havoc right now. She mad. Okay, so you all kick the door in. Mm-hmm. The smell intensifies to 1,000. Ooh. And you all still don't see the source of the buzzing, but as the doors fly open, you all see flickering lights all within the ship and a lot of dead bodies. And these bodies are grotesque because they have these huge bumps that are swollen on their arms and on their chest and on their face. Massive size bumps. Some of them also look extremely like their skin is down to their bones. It looks like they have no meat or something. It's just like they're drained. You see some dead bugs, and they look like what they are, which are giant mosquitoes.
Oh, mosquitoes. Oh boy. I don't like them things already. And the fact that these bad boys. Ooh.
And the body y'all see is about this big. It's a dead mosquito. It's about this big, but it's a bunch of dead mosquitoes. And so now y'all know the answer to the buzzing.
Right.
As you all enter the door, you're on like a higher platform. I made some miniatures. I'll bring them out next video, but I made miniature settings of it so that you all can get an actual kind of a picture. Because I love doing, I love how people with Warhammer and D&D, how they use miniatures for it all. I might not like the system of it and stuff like that, but like I said, I am trying to make my own system. I'm not going to worry about that rule set. I just want you all to enjoy the story for the good portion of it. Maybe halfway through, I'll bring in the rules, but I am going to continue to show miniatures. Don't have them ready today, and we pressed on time, but I am going to pull out some miniatures and stuff. But Ace, you're on the second level, and you see on the level below you all, because sometimes the inside of ships, it's like the floor is a crate floor, kind of, with a walkway. And you can see you have space where there's no walls. It's just open area, and you can kind of see to the left and the right the next floor up under you. And there's in this room, there's a flicking light down one floor down. There's this light flicking, and it's flicking SOS. Somebody's in there. still alive.
Has to, yeah.
But there's a whole lot of mosquitoes surrounding that building, alive as well. Also, though, in front of you all see bunkers and bunkers of storage bins with supplies in it. You all could just go for that and dip. And you'll probably avoid the danger, but old boy will be left there because that's on the first floor with y'all. The storage bins and all that type of stuff of supplies is right there, probably about 100 feet from you. Y'all can try to take that and probably get out, or y'all can try to save old boy, but risk some danger.
I'm finna risk it today. Let me get you my formation real quick before we go. So let's see how many people I had. Me, and I had 2, 5. I'm gonna say we're gonna go towards the SOS, but I want to say like almost making like a U shape, but like this way.
I got you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go forward like that.
Okay. How do you want to?
I was gonna say, I had told you what I brought on the ship already, right?
Your guns.
Like I can have like my ARs.
Mm-hmm. If you want to bring something else on the ship, I'll say that you would have brought that too. Or if y'all want to close the doors, run back to your other ship and grab some more stuff.
That's it. Okay. Do that as well. Bet. So I'm gonna say because I want to say I just said we was gonna have the Desert Eagles and Uzis. So I'm gonna say before that we're gonna go back, and yeah, we're gonna grab the ARs, the AR-15s, because we gonna need some all that buzzing going on. Mosquitoes that big. But yeah, when we do come back from there, that's when we're gonna go in that formation and see what's going on with this SOS.
Gotcha. Okay. So y'all get that loaded. Y'all starting to go back inside the ship. Do you want to ease there? Or do you want to just open fire and start trying to spray down the mosquitoes? Or do you want to try to lure the mosquitoes away from there and then shoot them? Or just walk towards the room and hope they don't mess with you and shoot them if they do?
We'll try to go with a distraction. Maybe take one of the, I guess the things you said it was like crates and stuff over there. Maybe take like one of those and like make a distraction, like to veer them off to like left or right, and then whenever they go to it, we start blasting that.
Like
way.
A sound.
Yeah. Will they?
These ain't zombies. They don't have ears.
I was not playing zombies last night. You know?
I was like, he thinks these are some zombies. They only smell blood. These are like death vampires.
Right. You're right.
Probably gonna have to edit that joke out.
That boy was being solid. Hey, somebody gonna get cut there. Hey, no. That's what's gonna happen. We gonna have to take out a knife.
A knife.
Get cut. Or take like we can take like a jagged edge or something. Shoot, I'll take the cut, and I'll cut my index finger.
Okay.
On my right side.
And then what, you gonna run like to the other side or something?
And I'll go to I'll sacrifice myself. I'll go to like the left side to get them out. I'm gonna bring with me on my left side, I'm gonna bring at least like 2 or 3 people.
Okay.
2 or 3 people, and then the other people, like the other 2, they're gonna stay to the right of me. That way, they can attack from there.
Gotcha. No, you can't. Bye-bye. Go back in your room, boy. I'll be on in a second. All right, so kind of fast forward through.
Okay.
You do that. Basically, as soon as you cut yourself, give it 2 minutes, they start swarming towards y'all fast, but you're on the other side. Your men are shooting down all the bugs. 2 of them do get to you and sting you, and it hurts like someone just took a knife and stabbed you. Or not a knife, but they took like one of those big hospital needles and just stabbed you.
Ooh.
That's what it feels like. You get stung twice, or I say stung, but they The mosquito is weird. It has like a weird needle kind of mouth.
Yeah.
But anyway, they break your skin twice with that. You all hold down y'all's own, and then the other men are like, all right, we're good, let's go. So y'all book it up out of there. Y'all close the doors. There's still a few more mosquitoes out. Another one of your men get bit. Y'all shoot them down. Because y'all was prepped with guns, y'all actually survived at a much higher rate than the rest of the people in that boat because they all clearly died. What's wrong, Mama? But that's because they didn't have any protection. However, the food is still in there. So y'all got the man out, but now y'all got to go back in and get the food. And even though it's only 100 feet from the doorway, all those bugs are now everywhere stirred up. So y'all got the man, you're out safely, all of y'all are out safely. What's the plan to go back in there and grab that food?
The next, do we have any like dead mosquitoes like laying around? Hey.
Yeah, on y'all's clothes. You got like pieces
what?
of them on y'all's clothes and y'all's armor. Y'all have like pieces of them.
Pieces of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Well, let's see what we can do.
Look at my phone. That's Uncle Jeremiah.
Dad, what's going on? See that, huh?
Yeah, give her this. Thank you, Papa.
We got pieces.
Josiah says hi. He over here too.
I was
can't see you. Hold on.
Hey, what's up, bro? That boy heckin' long.
Mm-hmm. Long. He said, hey, what's up, bro?
What's going on? What's going on, nephew?
He said, can you see my hair? He was just talking about your hair.
Yeah,
right,
I see.
Okay. We got a few minutes.
Okay, yeah, let me get back to it.
So, how do you approach going back in to retrieve that last storage supply?
Because you say they out now.
Yeah, they everywhere just going crazy.
So, I would say we going in back in that backwards U shape. We just, as soon as we hit in, we shoot anything that's towards us.
Okay.
Coming towards us.
All right. So you all do that. Y'all retrieve the rest of the storage bins and start moving them out. Y'all bring in some extra men, I would assume, so that people can hold the storage bins while the other ones are shooting. As you all are doing so, you all see that there's hundreds and hundreds of more storage bins all throughout that boat. So you all leave out and someone just suggests, well, what if we just, now that we have some storage supplies, what if we just waited out a few days or whatever until those bugs starve to death? And then we can go back in and retrieve the rest. Or if we can find some way to gas the place out.
Yeah, I would say that's actually a great idea. Whoever did that, they need a raise. You know? Automatic co-cap. That's a brilliant idea. I would say, okay. I would say first, I would want to try to find a way to gas the place. But I would want to get like one of these mosquito, like a sample of the mosquito.
Y'all got plenty of samples. Y'all's clothes are covered in dead
I just want to make it known that I'm gonna pick me up a sample.
Unless you try to capture a live one, then you need to go in there with a pot and a pan. Ain't no more mason jars. You need a whole pot and pan.
A whole pot and pan for that bad boy. I mean, it could be. I want a full one that I can like dissect. It don't have to be. It don't have to be alive. All
right, bet.
Yeah, I want to take like one or two of those. Yeah, I ain't worried about it being alive. Okay. You be dead. I want to take at least two of those, and then I want to start planning. Because waiting is gonna be. We can wait it out. No, I'm gonna see what I can do as far as the gas situation.
Okay. Anything else? Anything, by the way, anything you want to text me on things that you're working on or you want to do in advance on, feel free at any time, just text me and then I can write it down in the notes. That way it'd be something like, okay, Jeremiah said lastly he was working on this and that. So the guy that you all saved, I don't have a name for him yet, but I do have his character. And he tells you that he appreciates you all so much. He had been surviving down there off of the food that was in there, but he had been in there for weeks.
All right.
Some of your men vouching was like, oh yeah, it smelled like nothing but piss and poop in there. Um, so he's been surviving for a long time. He says he only came out here uh looking for rare bugs at first, and then he came across the ship and he thought he could get some help. Um, and when he went in, he quickly found out that they were already they, hmm, scratch that. Just make it feel more okay. So he tells y'all that he was out here looking for rare bugs. That part is still a fact. And he got into some trouble, and the ship helped him. That's when the people were still alive. So he was able to witness when the mosquitoes attacked. He said it was raining really hard, and that's when the mosquitoes was out crazy in the ocean. And of course, now everywhere is the ocean. So that's how he got attacked. One of your men is just like, well, what were you doing looking for rare bugs? And he says, because he's learning, he works for someone who he makes armor for, bug armor for. He was like, she's really good. She lives in Houston, and that she's the only person that have shown people how to utilize bugs correctly, how to use certain parts of the bug for nutrition and how to cook it correctly, as well as how to make armor. And I was just another one of her kind of helpers making armor. But I might sound crazy, but I'm learning how to take bugs and mesh it with our bodies so that we could become enhanced. I know I sound crazy, but just hear me out, man. If you ever want, if you ever want, like, I know I sound crazy, man, but listen, if you ever trying to see better, man, these bugs can see at night. These bugs can see on a whole nother spectrum. You ever trying to see better? I'm working on this right now. These kind of like goggles that utilizing bug eyes that we could put on to be able to see better at night. Tell me if I'm lying. And he gives you his goggles, and you look through them, and you can actually see through one of them he gives you, you can actually see infrared. And through another one he passes to you, it's like super zoomed in on everything. It's weird, and everything is just like right there up close on you. He's like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, I'm working on something. And the next, I'm gonna do body enhancements and let me get my thoughts. Hold on. Cut.
I love it the way cut.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna do body enhancements and attachments and stuff, and I'm gonna be able to figure out how to make our bones and our skin stronger with this bug stuff. I know I sound crazy. I've been down in the pits of the ship for a minute, but I'm on to something. I'm telling you right now. So if you ever need something, these bugs, they only getting more. Look, we either evolve or we get left behind. So I'm telling you, if you ever need something, just come to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you the hookup. But if you could just drop me off at such and such, and he gives you his location, then I'll be on my way.
All right.
Or if you don't feel like dropping me off, if you're able to provide me with a ship or something, man, I can, when I get to where I'm going, I can send back some payments for the ship.
Is this location that he sent me towards the person he's working for?
Yeah.
We gonna drop him off because I need to talk with her.
Yeah, her name is Jasmine, and she's the head of everything bug related. She got all the good stuff. She knows the ins and out of bugs and everything else. Bug armor, bug weaponry. She keep bugs as pets. She started a whole community out there, man. And some of the best of, man, you ain't never had no cockroach chicken.
You said cockroach chicken. little cockroach stir fry.
I brought my headache back. Different world.
I'm trying to tell you, real different.
So, the next time we play this out, I'll get with Jasmine, and after I do her part, I can get you all on the Zoom call at the same time, and you can have your formal meet that way in character. You can basically just introduce yourself, and y'all basically, I'll just sit back, I'll provide the setting, and you all just talk it out and stuff like that, because that could be really interesting with you being the only person that can actually get people real meat. And then from her, she's the only person that truly knows the ins and out of bugs left and right. Since that's also the primary only thing around here. So you all could probably work some stuff out, help each other and stuff. He tells you she's very friendly and always welcome in trades or trading information and knowledge. So
that's what we love to hear.
mhm.
That sounds like it right there.
Make sure there was nothing else I need to go over with you. Okay, this is where I'll leave you off at. So
Okay.
as you all are heading back to Houston, you all you're on your boat, you're heading back in because you was pretty far out. You all was looking for going in the outskirts of Houston to find other places where you all can or you all was looking, that's right. When we left off, you all was heading downtown actually in Houston to find skyscraper buildings that y'all could raid. That's what it was, to find more supplies. Now you got plenty of supplies. On your way back in, you all come across these two boats. I kid you not, they're huge boats, and it's gonna seem like a joke, but this is actually a pretty crucial, or this is a pretty hefty part of the plot. One boat has a KKK symbol on it, and the other boat has not Black Lives Matter, but Black supremacist symbol on it. And they are shooting back and forth. You all just pulled up into a whole war zone. As government is really not existing, extreme racial groups are starting to rise up. You have the normal racial groups, if you will, that just care about equality, like Black Lives Matter, stuff like that. And then you have extreme racial groups like the Black supremacists and their viewpoints, as well as the KKK and their viewpoints and stuff like that. For the next few days, that's where I'll leave you thinking of, do you want to engage in this war? Do you want to yee-hi out of there somewhere altogether? You know, being that you all are already seen, do you have the luxury of turning your back to them? Like, what do you do now? So that's where I'll leave you at. You still have the passenger with you. You ain't even made it to Jasmine yet, but now you just found yourself in the middle of essentially a small race battle, if you will. Which is kind of giving you an eye opener as to the reality of things now. People are way more bold now because there is no government supervision or no society supervision either. You know, society we can kind of hold each other accountable in a sense, or we should. But now none of that is, all of that's kind of out the window. It's not just like everyone fight for themselves like Walking Dead, which is a great show, but it's also, you got your extremists out there and their religious or political points of views. So that's where I will leave you. You got plenty of food and plenty of supplies. Can you make it back with it? Oh, and plenty of medical supplies. That's something else you would have seen in those storage bins. So much, y'all ain't even seen this much medical supplies.
Oh man, that sounds amazing.
Some true emergency stuff.
I did just get bit like twice.
Oh yeah, you feeling a little woozy, by the way. I should throw that in there too.
Yeah, go ahead. I do.
Bites. You feeling real? It's like you was feeling yesterday. That's how you feeling with these 2 mosquito bites. Don't worry, the mosquitoes don't have malaria.
Oh, hey, that's good to know. I think it's malaria.
They don't have the malaria or the Zika virus, but you still woozy.
A little woozy. Of course, that's how it normally be. Get a little fever on the bump.
So yeah, you gotta direct. You gonna have to direct your people from inside your bed. Okay, she's trying to knock down the lamp. You gonna have to direct your people from inside the bed in the sick bed, or you can get up there on the deck like a sick pirate. Tell your crew.
All right.